Welcome in the ring, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have all of you with us. Wherever you're joining us from this evening, pace and power. So we don't like Barbados no more. You see, I don't like pretentious people, you know. We don't like hoity-toity people. We got to remember where we came from. So we don't like Barbados no more. We don't like Barbados. All of a sudden, we despise Barbados. All of a sudden, there's no big destination. But y'all know y'all able. Y'all know y'all able. I love me some Barbadians. I love my Barbadian brothers and sisters. I like my CARICOM sister island, Barbados. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Me might have rubbed us the wrong way. We ain't about to throw them under the bus. What are these folks doing? Roxy, Mandy, Sonia Rigby, Samantha. You see, all lions sensing their end, Brenda. Lynette Finance. All cab horses sensing their end. They're at their fiercest. It's everything they're lashing out to. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Leslie Hamilton and North Trembles in the house. Everything they can be lashing out at. Karen Elliott, Lannis Bias, Bushmaster, Orwin Dunn. This is what Barbados do them now. I thought me as a friend, Angela. Angela says good afternoon. Angela, where are you joining us from? Angela, like in China. Angela says good afternoon. Lashing out everything. You see, to hammer everything is a nail, you know. Everything is a nail. But we can come wrong that side just now. We go come wrong that side just now. Avril, Helen, Laverne, Marvel, Leon, Wilma. Good to have all of you folks. Real thing. On the live. Good to have you all on the live tonight. Let's do Jagdeo, man. Huh? Like it's yellow fever. Like it's the bladder. You know, you get a certain age, it's all kind of thing compounding. It's all kind of comorbidities. Let's do Jagdeo, man. Sparkle Gonzalez, Clysis, Penelope. Mom to y'all, boy. Candy, the lean energy. Candy, you've been jinxing on us, you know. Don't think you're going PPP. Don't do it. Wilma Grant, Samantha, Nicole. Let's do Jagdeo, man. He's a good. And then he put his foot, this and that in his mouth. Melinda Singh. Melinda Singh. Live on the live. Yeah, you're right there. Tessa, Fred, and all the other folks. Share the live. Smash that emoji button. Folks, I want y'all to do me a favor. We're going to show the video Jagdeo putting his foot in the mouth. And don't come and apologize. You see, when you get people in the rhetorics, it's then they speak the heart. It's then they speak the art. You see, out of the mouth, you see, the issues of the heart is come. That's how we feel by the people too, you know. Watch them. In less than 24 hours, you can see him trying to walk back. Oh, he didn't really mean that. You all hear me say, but Barbados? Oh, Jesus Lord. Oh, Jesus Lord. They're being up on back a bench now. You know they think this oil can last forever? They can talk to people anyhow, treat people anyhow, go on anyhow. They think this oil can last forever. You better take note from Trinidad. And I ain't bad talking Trinidad. That's the fact. You better take note from Trinidad. I mean, they never treat people bad and so on. But I mean, the oil running down. You better take note. You think this oil can stay forever, Jagdeo? Really, besides yourself, you know, Elmo George, Robert King, Jagabats and Trench Crapos. He's a Trench Crapo. He's a tadpole and a cricketer. He's a hybrid. He's a hybrid. Mixed with little cab, plenty cab horse. He's a hybrid. You see? Good to have all of you. Daphne Joseph Lee. Seeker Yellow Fever. It's true. That's why here is alleged. Some people say it's bladder. Jacqueline Johnson, Sheena Hazel, Sandra's wapati, man. Auntie Sandra, wapati, man. Oh, shucks. Some people talk till they talk nonsense. We can't get a day in this country. I tell you, every day is something against them. God himself fighting them. God himself has abandoned them. Every day is something that got to be pulled down this country. Just yesterday, 38% tariff. Folks, I don't know the number, but how much Barbados get? I don't know if that is what the man begrudged or what have you. How much tariff did Barbados get? Somebody tell me quick. I'm going to try to see it from my end. Somebody tell me quick. How much tariff did Barbados get? I don't be jealous the people or what. But he launched an assault on Barbados today. I can't call it nothing else. But an assault. He launched an assault on Barbados. That's what he did. An assault. Oh, he don't know. There's no kind of destination. If you hear he don't like Matthew the statue, all kinds of things. We can bring your head on there just now. I gotta bring y'all in easy. I should have never started y'all in. Marlene and Sandra. Sheena. One sitting nonsense. Got people looking down on we. You see, Aristotle and Nassi said it a long time ago. Money don't buy class. Forbes had money. Look and get some of them vexed now. Forbes, Borneman had money like we got money now. But he always knew he had the oil. Forbes always knew we got the oil. But Forbes had class. You know. Granger had class. Now these boys here. You can put class and Phillips in the same sentence. Dan Blinds and so on in the same sentence. Jagdeo. Cussbird Jagdeo, you can put he. Always shaming us in this country. He got to stop it. They got to stop it. Good evening, folks. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. Wherever you're joining us from, we happen that you could be here with us tonight. We got to fight Garrett said. We got to fight them. God damn it. Punch them in the throat. What have you. We're talking politically, of course. I want the ERC write me. They won't write Indira Jaff Rally. Right. They won't write the Region 6 Vice Chairman, whatever the hell his name is. They won't write him, but they want me to write them, tell them, show cause. You know, last time they write me some nonsense. You do nothing wrong, but we still write. What the hell are you writing me for? God damn it. Welcome to the ring, folks. Embarrassing this country on every front. It's like a madness in election season. Gone to the fella head already. Gone to the fella. Pack of madness. There's just two balls knocking around up there, you know. You know, the elevator reaching the top floor. Just two balls knocking around up there. Ping, ping. You know. Bang, ping. Bang, ping. Two balls knocking around up there. Embarrassing me all the time. 38% tariff. Maybe we should start there. Maybe that's a good place for us to start. Embarrassing me out here. But before we get there, you know, our brother Paul Slow has bricked things down for us. You know, those complicated, heavy issues, especially as involves policing, breaks it down for us. And recently, Paul Slow, same jack with them, can't manage the country properly. Harassing, that's what he termed as, harassing former Minister of Finance, Winston Jordan. It's harassment, he said it is. Take a look. Take a look, good folks, and take a listen. Take a look and take a listen. The opener,
Retired Assistant Commissioner Paul Slow has described the most recent prosecution of former Finance Minister Winston Jordan as harassment. Jordan has been charged with misconduct in public office.
Winston Jordan was the finance minister during the coalition administration. Brilliant man. I've been telling you to listen to him on Conf TV on Thursday morning, some 7:30, where he analyzes budget and monetary issues and finances and that type of thing. He's an economist, perhaps the best in the country.
He said that Jordan has been critical of some of the actions of the current government.
And it is my view that because of that, they are targeting him. So what happened? Back in 2021, I got the dates correct, I got the dates. Back in 2021, he was charged for misconduct in public office. First charge in December of 2021. They claimed that he signed some vesting order to some property that BK has. They call it Mudflat Kingston, and they say it was undervalued.
That matter went through the court and was dismissed. The Director of Public Prosecutions sought to have Jordan committed after the dismissal. The courts also threw that order. The Chief Justice then criticized the prosecution.
They summoned Jordan again for a similar offense, misconduct in public office. Right? An offense they are alleging took place, let me get it, back in 2020, between February 25 and June 11, 2020. This is 2025. The chargee said that he did this act since then. That is harassment.
Slow said that the particulars of the charge date back to 2020.
Why did you not at the same time charge you for the Mudflat arrangement, charge you again for this BV and Twandam thing at the same time, back in 2021, December when you filed this charge? But the charge, first one dismissed. You don't also have a legal maneuver to have him committed and to stand trial after the magistrate dismiss the case. You ain't get through with that. Now you come and you're bringing this charge in March of 2025.
He said that this is wickedness.
It is clear, in my view, that SOCU, that political arm of the PPP, a police unit where they control, they would have been instructed, because no one can convince me that SOCU decided at this stage, this late stage, some 4+ years after, right? Or 5+ years after, well, we can bring up this charge. No way.
There you have it. It's silence. They want to silence their political opponents. What do you think happening? That is what's going on there. They want to silence their political opponents. Yeah. That's how they do it. That's the playbook. Take your resources. You got to pay a lawyer. That greatest of resources are time. You all keep running to court. Tie you up with that. It's wickedness. But it is numbered, you know. That is why they're running like headless chicken. A headless chicken. Headless chickens attacking Barbados. Oh, Barbados is not a big destination. We forget it ourselves, you know. Guyanese, don't let us forget ourselves. You see that 38% tariff? This whole thing could change quick, you know. This whole situation and scenario. So if them, you got some friends over there, you better tell them calm down yourself. You see when the judgment of God turns against you. I know people of God all over this country crying out. So they had a fantastic prayer conference recently. And then people start speaking in a heavenly language. Robo Koteyende. It's trouble in the skin, you know. That's why Jack don't even know what he's talking. Is it 38% concussion? Still lashing here, you know. But they're embarrassing us out here. Embarrassing us. I hope the whole of Barbados rise up against them and may punch them in the throat. You know. That video's on our page, our Credible Sources page. You can see it. And if it resonates, outrage in you, in this attack, how are we going to ask Barbados to come to we aid with Venezuela? And we out here saying Barbados is not a place to visit. Yeah? He knows this big thing. Them boys posting a picture. Barbados is not no place. It's not France. It's not Italy. It's not Manhattan. You see how these people operate? They think everybody got Manhattan, Van Arpel money, and so on. And now they're flying in the face of God. Just when they say, we need God. Watch for it. It come in. They think the money is God, you know. They think the little black Kyle out there is God. They bet to make father open back the earth and swallow back the island. We in trouble here. 38% we backside. We ain't got a thing to offer nobody. How we can fly in the face of people like that? But we ain't come wrong to that. We're going to come wrong to that. We're going to come wrong to that. They know they got all the comorbidities. My God. I see what y'all do to Darmlal. Like I want back for a little bit. He run out behind the same man they rowing with. The man gone to Barbados. Let people do what they got to do. What they got to do. Walking dead in this country here. You can't visit Trinidad. Somebody share the damn life, man. You can't go BIM. Yeah? We can't go Lucia a little bit, listen to little jazz. Oh, shucks. We are Caribbean people. Who sent them out today? I hope me run out and drop kick in the chest. Slap the chest. High fall them. Clothesline them. Y'all get some Barbadian friends and counterparts. The video on Credible Sources page. Tag them in the damn thing. You gotta expose the hypocrisy. And then they can go and hugging up Mia. Mia must do a good COVID bath when she finish with them. And you go and hugging up a picture. Oh, my sister Mia. Mia say get from me. I know y'all. Y'all go Darmlal. He run out. All the crosses running out. All the crosses. He run out talking something but Azruddin Muhammad them. Jesus. When I see what y'all do with he, Judy Holder, Eva, Tommy Gibbs, Kirk, Chinsing Henry, Raquel, when I see how y'all make a mess of he, Elmore, I want back for myself. I feel so sorry. But then again, I just go along the line, you cross. You know? Adele, Abira, go along the line, man. He come out talking some nonsense. I see y'all draggy good. Drag them, man. Chase them out the community. Chase them out of face. So drag them. Talking a bunch of nonsense all the time. So that was him. You see, all the things acting up now, you know. All the things acting up. Economy falling apart. All manner of things. All the things acting up. Then we learned just recently that teleperformance from 2,000 staff, the people shut down. Now, he said this. I didn't see Teleperformance say this. Jagdeo saying how Teleperformance is blaming absenteeism and fraud for downsizing. Well, this whole government should have about 3 people in it. Absenteeism, fraud, and downsizing. The cabinet should have about 3 people in it. If that's the case, because Jagdeo himself said he don't go cabinet. So if that's what's making downsize, at least it can be just you, Joe Hamilton, and Mark Phillips. He can just be the 3 powerhouse. Oh, Father. He can just be the 3 powerhouse and be against the Venezuelans. When you outside looking thin like this, when you outside, how you could now make a joke and laugh off of people? I want the Barbadians run out. Everybody in Barbados, man, woman, child, and animal, run out behind you and give you a good beating. Then you catch your senses. So Teleperformance went down. 3,000 staff to about 300. And Jeremy said, that's not a problem. We get this. We can help me the shortfall. We are going to help me the shortfall. And it's not only Teleperformance. It's not only, look nonsense that happened by Gold recently. Huh? Y'all see the foolishness that happened by Gold? If you just blow a little higher at Gold, a set of fraud and fakery, and the other word, I said a wickedness. Help my brother and sister of faith go down on a knee. You know, y'all go down on your knee. I go somewhere else for them. Sometimes you gotta go somewhere for some people, you know. We in the streets, y'all know what I mean. You gotta go somewhere for some people. Staffordshire University said, I know them. When everybody disowning you, You know, and our goodly brothers in BIM stand up here with we. Oh, you're going to cuss them to now? I mean, like you're stupid or what? University of Liverpool say, we know them. Arden University. What's yet? So we don't know them. Now, when you're in a tenuous position like this, when everything is touch and go, how you can go abusing down people, man? How you can go abusing down people? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like he's a plan for Maduro. Like it's Maduro said he. We the good. I mean, we get one enemy and one border. You come now, you want to make problems. You want to make problems now with the Barbadians? Oh, yeah, make it make sense for me, man. I know some of y'all brighter than us. When everybody disown you, and only the people from BIM stand up here, you can take God out your thoughts for coming to abuse these people now? Huh? Well, some of y'all know y'all able. Some of y'all know y'all able. Arden University and Wawi. Liverpool don't know we. Staffordshire, what's here? They want to hear what we don't want to see we. And the two people that struggling with we, it's them y'all want abusing down. Right? You got these BPOs here closing left, right, and center. We might need some labor from the Barbadians just now. Y'all got abusing out. Go abusing out. But y'all know y'all labor. See, I remember we had U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who was here with us recently. He met with Lickmouth Lazy. Was here with us recently. You know, everybody think everything nice in this country. But those of you who are watching from overseas, you might not have come here. Somebody might have tagged you right in this program. You're joining us from Barbados. See me and come live with me. It's two different things. It's two different things. Let me tell you, we look nice on paper. On paper, we legally tender for any amount. You see, but in reality, it's another story. Right? In reality, it's another story. You look a certain way from the outside, but from the inside, you hear me, folks? Nothing irregular. I channel him and Larry Alexander now. Nothing irregular. Praise God. Thank God for those who came, traveled this way, and on whose shoulders we stand. On whose shoulder we stand proudly. Y'all don't come wrong with funny. So Mark Rubio here, Mark left, abuse him out, tell him about the concussion road. And all now we got a concussion mouth. All now we got a concussion mouth. So Mark came and went. Concussion road story. Now your friend landed with a big elaboration today. And what exactly the Americans mean. You know, when the Americans talk about tariff, what do they mean? It's shame, you know. Listen to his tone. Look at his body language, the vice president, from his press conference today. Monkeys really know which limb to jump on. Take a look.
From what we looked at, all we have read, it seems as though that all of the countries that have had higher reciprocal tariffs are countries that have been exporting more into the United States of America than they're importing from the United States of America. That is countries that have a trade surplus with the United States of America. So that was it seems as though that is the basis for higher reciprocal tariff, not individualized tariff barriers in each country. So what data was used to determine these tariffs? So from yesterday to now, we have looked at the UN Comtrade data. So for 2024, it says that Guyana exported $3.3 billion into the United States of America and imported $2.56 billion. So we had a trade surplus of $799 million. That is based on our report to the UN the Comtrade database. The United States of America reported also to Comtrade that the exports from Guyana into the United States of America was $5.5 billion. Our import was $1.3 billion, and the trade surplus is $4.1 billion. So we have differences from our reporting to Comtrade, UN Comtrade, and the US report to Comtrade. Every country, the bigger your trade surplus is for the United States of America, the bigger the surplus is in percentage term, the higher would be your reciprocal tariff, because they take using this formula. So that is why and it's across the board. It is for friend and foe alike. The United States has applied this right across the board on the basis of this formula that we think that they applied. We're still to work closer with the US government.
So they're promising to work with the US government, but as you heard there, and I hope you were listening carefully, that this is not necessarily accurate. He's just conjuring stuff. Some formula he's lying down last night in the big house by himself, 2 balls knocking wrong in the head, and he conjured up. He said, this might be what it is, but we're going to work with them 38%. I know this has shaken the business community in this country. Shaken the business community. I saw the leader of the Alliance of Change come out and say that we got to sit down across the divide in this country and work our way forward. This could have major implications. I saw an African nation, Lesotho, I think it is, one economist saying that whole country could go under with this kind of tariff system. They got a high tariff. How Trinidad get 10 and we get 38? And we're more friendly to the Americans than them. How so, folks? How so? And Rubio just left our shore. 3 Secretary of State visited in the last 4 years. I said, we tight. The Americans won't do this to us. The Americans won't do this to us. And that's what it have us believe. As a matter of fact, Jagdeo said today that they were blindsided. Well, if he said they were blindsided, you must know. You see, because he thought Trump would pick up his phone and say, Irfan, brace yourself. Something coming down. It's not for knock you, really. I mean nothing. But we got to do what we got to do. So he said he was blindsided. Didn't see it coming. Because, of course, Rubio just left here. And Rubio didn't tell them this. And listen, another story they're peddling about files come from FBI and CIA about somebody. Insiders tell us, their friends tell us, it's a pack of lies. I heard Barbados today asking, this country is so corrupt. You could have a man who claims to be a journalist, a journalist, a hernius, asking a question about another fellow who he got in court, or who got he in court. So Jagdeo, when Soku going after Asrudin, I thought the CIA bring the files with Rubio. What kind of unethical? Shame on Jagdeo. Shame on Barbados. What kind of unethical journalism is that? 2 people got an issue in court, and you taking questions from one of them. When you jail any, Jagdeo? When you jail any? What kind of madness is this? And you know, for a brief moment today, I was left wondering, we're in the press conference or we're in the living room? Because I see Jagdeo and Barbados trading legal stories and who get wrong and who, you know. I see there's a press conference or them boys knocking back and say, but you lose one, I lose one too. Is there any bears missing? Critics will buy you lose a case, I lose one too. Jagdeo is, you all know the name Erasmus, the philosopher, the thinker. They say Erasmus knew everything. That's him. He knew medicine, physics, agriculture, accounting. Everything he know. Oncology. He know everything. Comorbidities, Bigfoot, chikungunya, smallpox, everything he know. The two of them trading. I say critics are really out of money. Critics got a really out of money. The man can't afford a lie. The man acting Jack, you know. Can't afford a liar. Take a look. For yourself.
You lost the case in court because your lawyer did not file a response in time. The same thing happened to me. My lawyer.
What story is this? Yeah. Man, you sister. For me, I said this press conference already. When the living room. When the living room or in the kitchen. Jagdeo gave me legal advice though. The 52 million broke the man. The man got getting free. Sonny rape. I said, but I look around just to make sure. Yeah, they're not feeling too well. And got a little fever and so on. You know. When I get some terriflu today, the lady gave me this little powder. The thing I wanted is Obish. Think I walk in. Terriflu now in powder form. I said like the PEP said she like no they come here by this pharmacy. You know, some powder in a little pack. She said this is terriflu. I said, lady, what the hell are you telling me? I look pugly. Eh? Terriflu is only come in tablet form. We just with powder here now. You know. So I wasn't feeling too well. Still not 100%. So when the two of them start going on, you remember Obama had a beer summit? You remember that? I said like we had a beer summit here. Nobody knows the trouble I... You see, even with the little thing, the voice still, the voice like the road. The voice like the road and Rubio. My God. I said, what's this here? You know? Them boys trading story. But don't take me word for it.
You lost the case in court because your lawyer did not file a response in time. The same thing happened to me. My lawyer did not file the response in time. So you can't blame the judge for giving a default judgment. What I'm concerned about is the speed at which some people get default judgments and others get a chance to rectify their action when their lawyers don't submit in time. So in my case, I said, I lost the case, but I argued that I had justification in saying what I said. I wanted to go to court and prove what I said was accurate, what I said about Annette Ferguson is the truth. Never got a chance to because there was a default judgment. We had to go to another court, and right now I'm getting that opportunity. We had to go to the higher court. In your case, from what I gather, the default judgment was made. It has nothing to do with the merits of the allegation that you're proven wrong, because when you get a default judgment, you have not been able to prove the case. What is more concerning is injunctions in these cases, particularly for public figures and journalists. So when I saw you got an injunction for matters that everyone else is discussing, that you can't speak on those matters. That was a little concerning to me because everyone else is discussing this, including the Mohammeds. It's in the public domain. Up to a few weeks ago, they're saying that on the paper short matter that I never paid much attention to, but now I see a lot being said about it, that I want them jailed for it, and I've been discussing with Roger Khan this matter. Now, if I see Roger Khan today, I wouldn't recognize him. It's not true. But the matter has been there in the domain with Bascom's accusation, etc. But how could some people discuss it in the public domain and others can't discuss it? I can understand if the injunction stops everyone from doing so. So those are the kinds of things. But I can't say that's a case of judicial activism. The matter you outlined because you lost your case. You lost your case because, from what I gather, you didn't file the documents in time. And you can't blame the judge for that.
Legal opinion. That's his legal opinion of critics $52 million that he's about to pay off to the Mohammeds. The man said, "Bruh, man can't even afford Sanjeev no more." You know? Jerry said, I lose a case too. I'm best to advise you. I lost my case the same way. But you know what I wonder about it when I was listening to that? Ladies and gentlemen, I wonder about the small man in this country. Right? Kumasi. I wondered about the small man, Brian. Wilman, Rihanna Mingo. It's a small man I worried about. Because if Jagdeo, lawyer, didn't file the case at the right time, Jagdeo, you know. I don't know if that's Sanjeev. I don't know if it's Anil. I don't know. If Jagdeo, a whole vice president, right, and they laugh at us with that case, something with the service of the case and so on, you know. And he telling us, he liar, he big liar, he break liar. Didn't file the case on time. And so he got to pay Annette a default judgment. Or he got a default judgment and has to pay Annette. What's to do the rest of we? What's to become the rest of us in this country? If he liar, not filing his case on time. You understand why case files and swan go missing? Huh? And matters take 15 and 50 years in the judicial system? You understand or you understand? You understand or you understand? If he case not getting filed the right way, that's a costly decision. But I find he always with Annette, you know. I find he always with Annette. But I want he know this. I want he know this. Thank you, Leslie. I want he know this. Annette's husband got a special unction to function with Annette. Annette's husband get a special unction to function with Annette. You ever see Annette's size? Annette would tumble he. Annette would tumble he. He run back to Vindia. He will run back to Vindia. Sorry, not Vindia. Varshina. He run back. Annette would tumble. You ever see Annette's size? He always worried Annette. Just pay Annette the money and go down the road, no man. Pay Annette the money and go down the road. And while we on money, folks, the link passing by, y'all help us to keep moving on, pay some power. Y'all know how we do it. Annette would tumble that upside down. Bantu King. It's just some of the things we're following tonight, folks. I come around to BIM now. I come around to BIM. Gary out here looking thin. Gary out here looking thin. Mind you, while we're on money matters, You know, the People's National Congress Reform had a general council quite recently. You know, had a general council quite recently. And one of the things the leader of the PNCR, leader of the parliamentary opposition, Mr. Norton, said, big economy, high income country, fastest growing economy, largest GDP per capita on paper, but poverty like you've never seen it before. Take a look, take a listen.
We are witnessing the twisted irony of being one of the world's fastest growing economies, yet one of the slowest to feed its poor. While the government laughs and says to feed the poor will eat out the budget, we see mega budgets, but micro benefits.
That was opposition leader Aubrey Norton addressing his party's General Council meeting over the weekend. He said that oil is flowing beneath the feet of the nation, but tears are flowing from the eyes of children. He said that this is an illusion rather than progress.
This is not the society Burnham envisioned. It is not the society our people deserve. It is a society in crisis, a society that wears prosperity as a mask, but underneath hides the inequality, poverty, corruption, and despair.
Norton said that in the face of this, the tide of disappointment is rising.
A just society ensures that no child, whether on the coast, mountainous regions, or savanna lands, goes to bed hungry while billions are spent on grand contracts enriching family, friends, and favorites.
He said that people shouldn't stop telling the world that the PPP is enriching family, friends, and favorites.
A just society guarantees fair pay for an honest day's work, not exploitation masked as employment. A just society places the law above party, the Constitution above convenience, and the people above politics.
He said that under PNCR government, justice will not be a slogan, but a system.
A system where land titles are processed fairly, where indigenous communities are respected, where the courts are independent, and where no citizen must beg for what the Constitution already guarantees.
All right, welcome back there again, leader of the leader of the parliamentary opposition, leader of the People's National Congress Reform, Mr. Aubrey Norton there, laying out the case. We're belly full, but we're hungry. Belly full, but we're hungry, folks. Hungry, hungry, hungry. What are we? What are we coming to? What are we coming to? Fastest growing economy in the world, and then we left the Strathspey Bridge to fall apart. Deliberately left the Strathspey Bridge to fall apart. Deliberately. In that wickedness. In that wickedness, folks. But you know what we're interested in? Huh? You know what we're interested in? We focus on the wrong things. We focus on the wrong things. Now, I see y'all getting y'all fancy awards from this university and that university and the next. You see? I say, but like, check this thing. You know, since this whole thing with gold scholarships and so on, and all them universities say, we don't know them. You can't take nothing lightly now. Staffordshire say we know you. Liverpool say we know you. Ireland say we know you. So when we see people getting award and so on, it's only fair we check to see the veracity. Right? Now, if you check out the website for this place, they claim they're giving out awards. But if you check the website, it's a set of AI photographs they got up. A set of AI, artificial intelligence, created these photographs that they got up. You must check the website, right? glawards.org. Nobody has gotten this award before. This prestigious. You see, when you got 50,000 lobby money, you see, when you got 50,000 lobby money, all the photograph of past winners are AI images. All passed for the... You must check this out yourself, man. Check this thing out yourself. glawards.org. glawards.org. I said the AI generated images. It's what kind of HLDC, like the middleman for this thing, gold thing, fraudulencies this here now, right? And then when you check, when you read the fine prints, it says that they're in action since 2010. This international award system in action since 2010. But what's story now? The website only created in 2024. The website only created last year. Oh, Jesus have mercy. Oh, Jesus. I don't know why Irfan does these things himself, you know. It doesn't add any credit to him. They're in existence since 2010, but the website created last year. It doesn't add any credit to him. You done went to a university in Haifa that's questionable, that got accreditation from nobody. Oh, go slow down, man. You want big award and this and that. The man you claim supervise you doctorate thesis is the man that's running goal and interacting with fake middlemen. Fake middlemen from Gambia or Zambia or Papua New Guinea or Nigeria or someplace like that. Fakery and fraudulency. When you check the thing out, y'all come for me. Come for me. When you know you got all these comorbidities, you can't just go fighting the people from BIM. You can't go fighting the people from BIM just like that. Folks, last night we told y'all, we did good. You ever wake up good? Ashuddin Mohammed, rising political star, attracts hundreds, if not thousands, wherever he goes in this country. Ashuddin gone and have a little nice time in BIM, relaxing a little bit, you know. He didn't show that he's meeting with no prosecutors, but Jagdeo said he's meeting with American prosecutors. Some foolishness. The man there with the father having a nice time. Having a nice time. Well, who tell him to do that? You see? Who tell him not to go to Manhattan? Who tell him not to go to Italy, not to go to France? Who tell him to do that? The people that mind their own business, you know. They never run and call he. They never run and call he. But he learned today. He learned today to embarrass us. Folks, I never heard nothing like this in my whole life. Never heard nothing like this in my whole life. If Rowley, Stuart Young, if Mayor Motley had said this about us, we were hiring a lobby for him to go after them. Why he feel he could talk about our Barbadian brothers and sisters, that beautiful country, that beautiful island, like this? Take a look.
But really, if you go to Barbados, that's not no big destination you're going to. You got to be really desperate to post like your picture on Barbados, say, look, I'm traveling now. It is like, I'm really, it's funny for me, frankly speaking, when you have to just big up Barbados as your big destination you could travel to. A man showed he was in Paris or somewhere else or in Manhattan.
Yeah, it's the Mohammeds is responding to. The Mohammeds posting a photograph. You can't go on vacation and post a photograph. And he's having such an honest moment there for the first time in his life. First time in his life and political career. He's having an honest moment. Look at the body language. Look at the face expression. Like the Barbadians and Barbados is beneath him. Barbadians, he's not a reflection of all of us. He is not a reflection of all of us. And this is a man who's a champion or something. He's for Caribbean unity and all that. Barbados? Check the facial expression. I know the facial expression from somewhere, Jarita. Barbados. I thought he went Italy earth. My God. When we get to that place, we're on a dangerous precipice. Barbados. We got a nice country. Me is a towering giant on the international stage. People know me name. Who knows Jagdeo on the international stage? Huh? He gets some canter doctorate he never studied for. Me without any PhD in front of her name is a giant on the international stage. Never mind we still lectureship for 2020. But the facts are the facts. Look at my body language. Barbados.
But really, if you go to Barbados, that's not no big destination you're going to. You got to be real.
Hold on. Look at the man there to be bro. It's like he giving his son off a drink here now. Huh? It's like giving a little bush. Jesus have mercy. Barbados, we sorry. David Patterson had to apologize for Big Hole Alley. I mean Concussion Road. Had to apologize for Concussion Road. Now we got to come and apologize to Barbados now. Look at the man that be brown. It's disgust for Barbados.
But really, if you go to Barbados, that's not no big destination you're going to. You got to be really desperate to post like your picture on Barbados and say, look, I'm traveling now. It is like, I'm really, it's funny for me, frankly speaking, when you have to just big up Barbados as your big destination you could travel to. A man showed he was in Paris or somewhere else or in Manhattan.
This is the big destination. You can travel to Barbados. Really? Barbados. Jesus have mercy. Barbados, forgive us. Forgive us. That video is on our page, folks. The Credible Source Facebook page. Share it far and wide. Do justice for your country. Right? And let the Barbadians know that's not a reflection of all of us. We apologize in advance before you stop sending the things. That's not a reflection of all of us, and we beg your forgiveness. That being said, folks, that's a time, that's a program. It's on our Facebook page separate. It's already posted in that same video. Share it far and wide. Tag the Barbadians. Tell them we're sorry. And that's our time, brothers and sisters, and that's our program. Stay safe until our next broadcast.